All right. Well, just to let you know, this first part is some couple of time lapses I was doing with the B700. I did 3 of them here. Um, but just to show you, it was kind of a rainy day. And, obviously on rainy days, we can see that rain acts like a curtain. And it acts like a curtain too on days when it isn't even raining, just from the evaporated water, which in my opinion, does cause a mirror effect. Could it be because the light is diffracting off of the water, which causes a raised up mirror effect, which blocks out everything, uh, lower, and it actually makes objects appear to be cut off by some type of a curvature. And I think that's what we see because, again, Um, Harry, I do a lot of these observations, and I've been at a lower perspective, 28 inches off the water, and was able to see perfectly fine for, uh, you know, 11.22 miles to the Cutter's Rock. Um, but what I want to do is just show this part, and then while that was going on, I was filming. Um, Not through this whole part. I mean, those time lapses were like almost to the end of the day, just before I left. But off out here, you can see Bill Watts Rack, and beyond it, there's a boat. And if I just took that little bit of footage of that boat and called it a UFO and sent it to, what was that, the third phase of the moon, he'd probably put it out there as being, a UFO floating above the water. Um, but obviously, I know it's a boat because I've seen many of them do this when there's heavy mirroring going on. And in this particular day, not only was there heavy mirroring, but obviously distortion. Now you can see the bird just underneath the rectangular sign, um, or the diamond shaped sign. You can see the bird at the bottom on the bottom rung was upside down. It's just a mirror image. But everything else in between there. And then this is the Hernando Beach rack, which you can't even see the cross member. And on a good day of visibility, I can see everything fine. So, my outlook on it is, oh, this is sped up 2 times too, by the way. Just to let you know, Harry. I got another video I'm going to do because you'll see in here, I find the Bayport rack, but this is that halfway marker that I'm always telling you about. It's only 1.5 miles away. And not only does it look huge, it's also right at the edge of the water. Now, the earth got smaller this day or something because I am not at a low perspective. I'm actually up on the seawall, up underneath one of these covered pavilions, with a picnic table. But then this is Bayport Rack from the first part of the park where the fishing ramp is. It's another little picnic area, but it's a little further toward the south. So that's why um, that first marker was to the right of Bayport. This shows you the parallax of these channel markers as I move. And then you can obviously see this boat is in the water, but the water is a mirror, and it does appear to be eating part of the back of that boat up, or the bottom of the boat, especially the farther it gets out. Not only does it eat more of the bottom end of the boat up, but of course it makes the boat all distorted, and then it looks like that boat that I showed at the beginning there. But this is what the Glovers seem to think that the curvature is. Like right here, they think that these people are out there. Number one, they look like they're changing their clothes out there. But You can obviously see when this boat does hit the visible water, how it is obviously in the water. And then I zoom back, to show where these other boats are heading out. I track this guy. I do lose a little bit of the focus here and there. I think I was using autofocus on it. And just the camera mode. I think I just had it in the camera mode. I wasn't even using the movie mode on this day for some reason. And that's why you see it get kind of blurred out. But also you got to realize too that there is distortion too. So at one point, everything that's usually crisp just gets blurred out edges and starts to get that wavy heat wave effect. I'm sure you've seen that plenty of times, especially in Australia, because you got weather kind of like mine. So that's why I like watching your high perspective videos. And then when I take what I see on yours and I compare them with mine, it's like, wow, I'm getting the same effects that you get, but at a closer range, of course, and at a much lower perspective. But again, my big black swan is the Bird Rack at 11.22 miles at 28 inches, 2 feet. I believe too. One day I had my camera, I had it set low. Or 3 feet, 30. Well, I say 30 inches just to give it a little bit, but I think we gave it 3 feet, and it was, I mean, still visible. I always give a leadway to my measurements, and again, on other days that this boat looks, it looks big. I mean, you can see its rigs at the top and everything, but it's I think it's magnified, and by getting magnified, it's also being distorted and sucked down into that mirroring effect. Like I say, put a mirror on a little bit of an angle and lean it, and look at what's beyond it, and it cuts it off and mirrors it just exactly like what we see it. And then again, when we have those good days of visibility, this mirroring effect still occurs, but much further from us. Again, now I will go back and I sit on the Bayport rack again for a little bit, and then I want to show you that footage. So I'll cut this off right now, and I'll make another video for you. Oh no, wait, let me stop. Let me take a picture here. I took a screenshot of this sign. Normally you can see this sign perfectly in the water, but it is much smaller. And this thing, obviously is being mirrored. Perfect mirror image below it. All right, I'll talk to you later.